about ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Houston. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right to the air. It's Hurts. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Here's 2nd and 6. Man in motion is Smith. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. John Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You have to appreciate the effort. The guy's given everything he has to try to make something out of nothing, but understand sometimes you just have to live to survive another down and not take a big loss.
On 2nd down, Hurts. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. First carry for Joe Mixon. Oh, he coughs up the football. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jeff Okuda. And the Texans are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here's 1st and 10. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here we go. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day. Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he'll take it on in. Take it down. Touchdown, Texans. Now, Amy Fairbairn on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Hurts working in the pistol. And this throw batted away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end Dallas Goedert that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Hurts. In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft get through his progression to his check down. He ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon.
Mike, I can tell you firsthand, when you take the field on your opponent's side of the 50, there's a lot of optimism and hope that this is going to be a touchdown scoring drive. So nice job here by the defense, holding strong and defending this short field.
On 4th down, Stroud. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
First and 10. A pistol snap, back to Hurts. Into the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. Open man, downfield, he's got his tight end, Goddard. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
He's got it at the 3. motion is Smith. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal. Receiver in motion, going right. And he's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now, Stroud. A throw left side finds Dell. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes play
to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Houston.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. The kick is good, so add one more. It will take a first half lead into the locker room. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Whoa. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. Not much room to operate there. He'll get only to about the 24. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Stroud. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So, on fourth down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. They send Britton Covey back deep. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Hurts. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball out to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Hurts to throw. A throw there on second down. Going to be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we come out to the 20-yard line. Stroud to throw here on first down. James Bradbury right there gets a hand on it to break it up.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. To throw, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw it. And he's going to have a Texans first down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your deep.
The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down for Houston.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball. He's
going to be taken down at about the 30.
Every defense offense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up the throw. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Texans. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Britton Covey now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted.